Good morning. I'll call the September 9th, 2025 regularly scheduled meeting of the Mason County Fiscal Court to order. Stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Commissioners, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Madam Clerk, could you start us off with a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. So a little bit out of order. I think it is important. I hope the citizens in here and the citizens of Mason County join us for a brief moment of silence for two incredibly impactful individuals here in Mason County. We locally lowered our flags in memory of both of these individuals starting last Thursday. Commissioner Don Toomey, 8-year county commissioner, farmer, known far and wide, but also as an auctioneer and 40-year chief of the Lewisburg Volunteer Fire Department, and was a founding member. Don Toomey had a major impact on not only Mason County, but our region. Also, District Court Judge Todd Walton, elected to District Court for 5 terms. Judge Walton founded our CASA program and served many local and regional entities while remaining a giant in our regional legal field. If you could join me for a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And so that brings us up. I would like to introduce some guests we have here today. We have Miss Teresa Huber and Susan Sandlin. Guys, if you'll come forward, we have the Limestone chapter of the NSDAR for Constitution Week and our proclamation. And so if you ladies will come forward.
Rebecca is also a member. So.
Oh, I'm so, okay. Rebecca? Carmel, forgive me.
How could he overlook Rebecca?
So I would like to read the proclamation, if you could get a picture, Sherry. Constitution Week proclamation for September 17th through 23rd of 2025. Whereas September 17th, 2025 marks the 238th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America designating September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. Now, therefore, I, Owen McNeil, by virtue of the authority vested in me as County Judge Executive of Mason County, Kentucky, do hereby proclaim that the week of September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week, and urge all citizens to study the Constitution and to reflect on the privilege of being an American with all the rights and responsibilities which that privilege involves. Ladies, would you all like to say anything?
Thank you for doing this for us.
Yes, ma'am. Forgive me.
Thank you for the county.
Should have stood.
Thank you.
Teresa, thank you.
And we do have several activities going on this upcoming week. We will be having a banner hung at the courthouse, and I know there's some other activities on the lawn as well. We'll have the children at the Boys Club ring the bell on Wednesday at 4 o'clock for 1 minute to recognize that's when the Constitution was actually signed.
And if you're listening to WFTM, we will be doing radio spots,
Beautiful.
just various members.
Okay, okay.
And various displays throughout the community at the libraries and so forth.
Well done, well done. And
Yes.
also, last week, we partnered with Jimmy on a new bench that will be out
Right
in
out
historic
here.
Fiscal Court Square. Commissioners, you all remember that. And so I'm going to execute this with a signature. And then, commissioners, I'll need a signature from each of you, and then we will continue. We will start that down this way. And we'll follow them up with that, and then we'll have them come forward, get a picture, and we'll be wrapped up. Well done. Well done, ladies. We'll go up front here. We'll go up front here. I'll have the commissioners come around. Yes, ma'am. Watch the steps, please.
Commissioner McKay, will use some of your family talent and arrange this for this photo like your father would?
I think so, yeah, please.
We ready? Okay, hold on. Another phone. Oh, I've lost your pictures. You may need to open this packet up for me, please.
Technology gets you every time.
It will. Here we go. Here we go. And we're good.
Well done.
Thank you.
Ladies, thank you. Next up, we've got County Clerk Stephanie Gollenstein has a friend, Mr. Chris Cockrell, coming and joining us today. Stephanie, would you like to introduce Mr. Cockrell?
Sure. It's my honor to introduce my fellow clerk and good friend, Chris Cockrell. Chris is the Montgomery County Clerk, and Chris has stepped forward in our association and is running for the position of first vice president on the CAECO board, which CAECO, as you all know, represents county elected officials in their offices. So this is exciting for the Clerks Association because we have not been represented on the CAECO board for over 30 years. So we're excited about Chris's willingness to serve and that he has a chance at this. So we encourage you all to support him. He has served as president of the County Clerks Association. He has served as chairman of our elections committee and has also served on our legislative committee. So he is a leader and a good listener and just a good friend to all. So Chris, happy to have you here.
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it. Commissioners, thank you. I appreciate it. I just wanted to stop by and introduce myself, and it's really good to see you all. We do have a lot in common. I think that's one thing that, as far as going into this leadership position, our clerk's office works really close with your all's office as well, and your all's responsibilities. So we kind of have a good feel of what you all are facing. I know most counties, we're all facing a lot of the same issues. You know, our financial revenue constraints, jails are becoming an increasing burden on the county. So hopefully, my goal is to bring people to the table to where we can start working on some of the solutions. And I think the more people you bring together, the better ideas you'll come up with. So anyway, I just wanted to come in and introduce myself and say hello. I'm glad to be here. I see some familiar faces, and it's amazing how small our world is.
Yes, sir.
But I appreciate you having me here. I know you've got a big meeting ahead, so.
Best wishes to you and your team up in Montgomery County.
Thank you.
And, I mirror a lot of the sentiments that you talked about in unfunded mandates, things along those lines. And so, anything you could do in support of that would be greatly appreciated, my friend. Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
appreciate it. I will say one other thing. I know you all realize this, but Stephanie is a phenomenal clerk. She's a friend and a colleague and someone that I actually call on when I have questions. She's readily available and made herself very, very accessible to us. And she's a phenomenal leader as well. She's been a past president as well as myself. And just you all got a real treasure here, and I know you all know that. But I do want to give her some kudos. She's really a good person and a good friend. So
Thank you.
thank you all.
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I do. We've got a special call meeting in Montgomery County, so.
Can't be late for Judge up there.
Yes, Kevin is my uncle. Yeah.
Tell him I say hello.
I definitely, yeah, thank you all.
Bye,
Thank you, my friend.
Safe travels.
Safe travel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, that brings us back in line. You will see the meeting minutes from our regularly scheduled meeting, August 12th, in your package. And so looking for any additions or deletions from said minutes.
Make a motion to approve as presented.
Got a motion on the floor.
I'll second that.
We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Harn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, also in your packet, you will see the meeting minutes from our August 20 special called meeting. Looking for any additions or deletions or comments on those meeting minutes.
Make a motion to accept as presented, please.
I'll second.
We have a motion and we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Harn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, that brings us up to our road department report, and we've got Mr. Juan Davis joining us today. Good morning, Juan.
Good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Juan.
Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing very well.
Not bad. Doing good, doing good. Well, the first thing we have coming up with August monthly report. Just letting everybody know, we start our third round of mowing, all right? Bush hog, bus turnaround, weed, guardrails, and clean various bridges. Regraded Stevens Hill. Let's see, cut limbs and trees back at the Cummins Reserve. Cut limbs and hangers back from the road on Key Pike. Repair road Creekside on Slack Pike. Repair the shoulder work on Clark's Run Road below Horizon Estates. Repair, cleaned and removed debris on Weaver Road. Hauled 10 ton of number 2 rock and 10 ton of number 57 rock to the detention center. Okay, the signs that were made for the month were Day Pike Road and various stop signs. Okay, as far as the livestock removal, we have 12 customers. We have 10 cows, 2 goats, 3 calves, 2 hogs, 1 horse, 1 bull, and a total of 19. Okay, total of $480 for the month for the livestock. The fuel report, okay, for gas, for the amount of fuel and gas that we used was a total of 1,079.44 gallons. Diesel was 950.5 gallons, and off-road was 410.5 gallons.
Well done, Juan. Well done.
And that's pretty much it.
So Juan, with the burn ban and the exceptionally dry weather, it's kind of given both our team, the city team, and the state teams mowing teams the opportunity to kind of catch up. So I'm pleased to see you guys are starting on our third round. And then also want to highlight your all's willingness to swing up to our Dover covered bridge. I believe the Grattan Construction Company will be mobilizing in the next few weeks. And so the county has signed on to not only address keeping, the weeds and everything trimmed up, but also potentially a little pull-off spot with some picnic tables. And so I think in the next 2-3 months, we'll see work commencing there at the Dover Covered Bridge. So thank you for that.
Very well.
Commissioners, any additional comments?
Make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Are there any additions, deletions, or additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Juan. Well done.
You welcome.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Warren.
Warren.
Thanks.
You welcome.
Commissioners, that brings up our Mason County Animal Shelter report, and we have Projects Director, Ms. Kim Muse, joining us today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, for August, the month of August, we have 15 dogs that were adopted or rescued. So we had 4 adopted, 10 rescued, and 1 euthanized. In dogs that came in, we had 8 strays, 1 abandoned, 7 owners surrendered. Animal control, we had 56 dog calls, 17 cat calls, 36 field responses, and dogs brought to the shelter 11. The shelter totals as of August 31st, dogs on site 17, dogs in foster care 1. Donation to the Fiscal Court, we had $605 donated. Amazon wish list items 0. Walmart $784.34. Other items $157.94 for a total of $1,547.28. And we had 49.25 volunteer hours for the month and completed 9 spay-neuter surgeries.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Rick and Ms. Mann. You're doing a phenomenal job. Also, I'll highlight, our face. We're waiting on a couple of kennel door knobs for our Phase 3 expansion. That is, I think all 3 commissioners have been up to see that work. So I would suspect we will have a celebration of that this upcoming month. And then in, not this upcoming week, but the following week, our Phase 4, which will be that highest tier behind there, will have some concrete pad poured. We picked up some used, very professional 6.5 foot tall kennel pieces. And so we'll be utilizing those up on that top tier for our 4th expansion. And so I'm very pleased with how well the shelter is moving along. I'll also bring up, the adoption team's doing a fantastic job. Saw them down at our fall festival as well as some other events, and unpaid volunteers. And they just kind of do it out of the kindness of their heart. And they do a fantastic job not only getting animals adopted out, but helping raise money for our public-private partnership there at the Mason County Animal Shelter. And the Rock for Rescues concert, big fundraiser, is this Saturday, which will be Back to Mac, a Fleetwood Mac band, of course, and our own local Rebel Sound Club guys at the Washington Opera House. And so tickets are still available, but you better hurry up because they're going fast. Any comments, commissioners? So I need a motion to approve the shelter report.
So move.
We have a motion? We have a second?
Yes,
We have a second. Any additional comments? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. So that brings up our Sheriff's Office report, and we've got Mason County Sheriff Ron Swolsky joining us today. Good morning, Sheriff.
Morning, Judge.
Morning.
So I'll start with our activity report from August. We had our golf scramble that went really well, and we're obviously back in the schools, staying busy there. We've got 2 deputies on different Mason County campuses. One thing, we had a fatal collision on Kentucky 10, so our prayers are with the Huron family. The Kentucky State Police are doing a reconstruction of that. A major thing to note, this year, again, we've changed our property tax collection schedule to allow for another month before citizens are penalized. So instead of starting collections in November, we'll start collections in October this year. One thing I want to emphasize is if anybody feels like this will be an issue with their bank or their escrow institution, please call us. We've notified most of the major lenders and escrow institutions, both locally and nationally. We don't foresee this to be an issue, but if you think it will be, just let us know. We think this will benefit our community and our citizens.
And ultimately, it widens that window where individuals can go ahead and pay early if they'd like.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right, correct, without a penalty.
Yes, sir.
So that's it for the activity report. Unless there's questions, I'll move on to our tax disbursements for August of 2025. To the Kentucky State Treasurer, $0. To the Mason County General Fund, $46,893.87. To the Mason County School District, $120,574.42. To the Mason County Public Library, $13,931.27. To the Mason County Health Department, $15,214.06. Mason County Extension Service, $8,443.36. City of Maysville, City of Dover, City of Germantown, $0. That brings the total disbursements to $205,056.98.
Well done. Well done, Sheriff.
Finally, our monthly vehicle reports. Our new vehicles should be ready, I've heard by the end of the week, so we'll go pick up, again, our 2 new cruisers and then look to surplus 2 cruisers next month. And that is all I have.
Will those be fitted up, or?
Yes,
That's
yes.
where they're at now, getting fitted up? Yes,
Ready
sir.
to go, they will be ready to hit the road.
Yes, sir. Commissioners, I'll highlight the Sheriff's Golf Scramble. It was another phenomenal success. It looks like you guys had an immense crowd with all the funds going to such great sources. And just, I'm incredibly proud of your leadership as well as the community support for Deputy Johnson and his family. And so
he's back at work, and Lila's doing great. So again, they're very thankful to this community, and so are we. So.
Awesome. Commissioners, any questions, comments?
I want to commend you on seeing cars parked back out on the AA again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I saw a live one this morning, one of your guys.
It's hard to be everywhere all at once,
I know.
and so
Appreciate it.
My take is if we've got cars sitting at our office, I'd rather have them out slowing people down. And we had that one out for the Limestone cycling tour.
Yeah.
So so we're getting creative. We're doing the best we can. So thank you.
Well, it was good to see one parked alongside the road checking everybody too.
Thank you.
Even the unmanned ones make Commissioner Frank tap her brakes,
yes,
don't
it
they?
does.
Well done. I will entertain, unless there's any additional comments, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make that motion. Yes.
Second.
Got a motion, we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Sheriff. Commissioners, next up in the packet, you will find our detention center report, and we've got Jailer Geary joining us today. Good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody?
Morning, Judge. Yes, please.
All right.
This is a report for the month of August. As you can see from our statistics here, our numbers are up a little from last month. I will not go through every one of those statistics. I want to jump on to the second page, which is the money collected in community service hours worked. We had a total of 7,936 hours that our inmates worked in the community. If you multiply that by $12 an hour, you're saving the county $95,232. Jail reimbursements collected was $2,669.27. Bond fees was $75.22. Release fees was $180.34. 43 cents. Booking fees was $1,786.97. Pay my jailer was $827.40. The House Bill 556, as you can see, we got $19,806. We're getting some of that money that was delayed in being paid.
So they must have turned that back on.
Yes, they did.
Good, okay.
Yes, it was nice to see.
Yes, ma'am, I agree.
And the SAP certificates, we earned $2,000 through that. The donation, we also received a donation from Salva, I'm going to call him Sal, the CEO for the First Child production of $1,500 for the use of our facility and our high tunnel in their filming of their movie. That was a really neat experience for our facility. However, I was told they don't want that to ever happen again. It's just a lot of logistics there. So, I mean, I'm talking about our staff, not
So the state said don't let that happen?
No, just my staff.
Gotcha.
It was a lot of, logistics of moving inmates around as this filming was going on. So, yeah, it was like though it was a neat behind-the-scenes experience for a lot of us.
Do you know the name of the movie yet?
Well, they changed the name. You know what? I can't remember because it told to me it was I Married a Serial Killer, but they did change that movie or title. So
okay.
I think it's supposed to come out next year sometime, and they act like they would like to premiere it here in Maysville. So we'll see how that all moves along.
Sorry.
No, you're right. Community service that was provided by our inmates, the Class D trustee/inmates continue to assist the county garbage pickup, the recycle center, the Mason County Road Department on a regular basis. Some of the other outside agencies that we helped during the month of August was the Mason County Food Bank, the Mason County Licking Valley Commodities, the Germantown Ballpark Committee, Mason County Rotary Club for the setup for the Oktoberfest, Germantown Fair Committee. We helped with picking up litter each morning after the fair from the night before. The YMCA, the inmates continue to help them in their project, remodeling and revamping some of it, like with cleanup, painting, and some carpentry work. The Community Correctional Cleanup Crew, 4Cs, we had it was a little slower month. I mean, we didn't get as much trash from the pickup on side roads as we did last month. It was 1,180. We got 119 bags of trash. And the reason we didn't have as many pounds of trash is because we did assign that group to other service organizations who needed help. The roads that were cleaned was Route 8, Route 10, Route 435, Orangeburg Road, and Route 1234. And this crew was the ones who helped at the Germantown Fair. They also set up the book boxes that I'll speak about here in just a minute. And they also set up tables at the Oktoberfest, and they cleaned out a storage room for the Mason County Health Department. And they also, and our pickup truck was that we used for that was in the shop it's still in the shop. So we're kind of sharing the maintenance truck. So that has limited where we could go and how many hours we could put out on the road. After months of planning, creating, and executing, on August the 28th, and I'm quoting, "A powerful example of community collaboration came to fruition through a partnership among the Mason County Cooperative Extension Council, the Mason County Detention Center, the Mason County Public Library, and the Mason County Housing Authority." There were book boxes that were built and painted by the trustees. They just gave the trustees ideas of what they wanted each of the boxes to look like, or the theme, and they just kind of went from there with it and did the artwork on it. Those boxes were placed in 3 locations on the east end of Maysville, and they have had a lot of, and I was told by Macy Fons, who was kind of the creator of the idea, that they've already experienced a lot of people using the boxes. So, and it's not just for children; it's for all ages, from very young to the older people. And I did attach some pictures to your all's reports as to some of the boxes and the inmates who helped set the boxes. They're very colorful. You can pick them out. They're very very nice, very nice.
Well done.
Great project.
And as far as our report on our staffing, we have 25 full-time employees. Of this total, 16 are floor deputies and 9 are administration. We have 3 part-time staff. At the end of August, we are actually 4 down on full-time deputies. Training during the month of August, deputies and contracted employees earned training hours through an online Crimcast that DOC sponsors. On August the 28th, several deputies took the supervisor's test in hopes of furthering their career at MCDC. One inmate earned their GED during August, which is great. The high tunnel, we continue to get tomatoes and peppers out of the high tunnel. For a total of, through August, we got a total of 756 pounds of produce. And for the year, it's 2,306 pounds of vegetables. And there's estimated cost savings to the jail through the food is $6,900. The ankle monitoring program during the month of August, we had a total of 3 active participants and collected a total of $720. And our projects have not changed. We're still continuing to monitor our fire alarm system, the generator, and the Sally Port doors. Upcoming events, in December, the 8th through the 12th, the Mason County Detention Center will be hosting a TJA Advanced Correctional Response, Emergency Response Team Instructors and Use of Force Instructor Certification course. This is a 5-day comprehensive CERT and Use of Force Instructor Certification course. Participants will learn how to instruct, train, and certify their own agency personnel in correctional emergency response techniques and credible use of force practices that is permitted within the law. Anyone agency that's interested needs to contact Chief Deputy Linville at the Detention Center at extension 154.
Billy, what's TJA?
It stands. It's a agency, a certified national agency. I think it's Training Justice Academy.
Okay. Yeah.
For it. And that's all I have.
Mr. Brady. Thank you.
I want to highlight, the 4C program. I've got comments from both Mayor Sparks, Mayor Arthur, and others across, Germantown, Dover, across the community, that these guys are out. It's an opportunity for, I think, the inmates to get out, but also provide, a benefit back to our community. And even though amounts are a little bit down this month, they're making a positive impact on Mason County. So appreciate that. And then also your Jerry and your facilities team are making, a lot of times the commissioners, myself, the court are asked for donated items to help raise money for volunteer fire departments or raise money for, families that have sustained a fire or something along those lines. And so Jerry's taking the bull by the horns and is making small little wooden Kentucky outlines, but with Mason County highlighted, that I think we could get 4 or 5 of them and have those in support when we're asked. So please let Jerry know. I greatly appreciate his efforts.
I will.
Commissioners? I think I need a motion to approve the jail report.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion, and we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am. And then you have a surplus
Yeah.
item.
We have a laptop that we had surplus, and it was shot, so it went to the landfill. And I had to sit here and think about this one for a minute, because Jerry prepared this report. 18 old work booths, and I was trying to figure out what he was talking about. It's boots. He had to throw out some old boots that we provide for our inmates. So that is what we, and that was through commissary. That were all the boots were bought.
And so we need a motion to approve surplus.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion? We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank
McKay.
you.
Commissioners, that brings up our emergency management report. Tony is indisposed today. Tony Leaks, he is traveling for a well-deserved vacation. And so in his stead, we've got Dr. Greg Taylor and Mr. Larry Dodge, but this also provides a good opportunity to highlight their services to Mason County, serving as assistant directors for our emergency management team. Also, Commissioners, I hope you would join me in congratulating Emergency Management Director Tony Lease on his certification from the Kentucky Emergency Management. Got the top level credential. Had that awarded at the Kentucky 911 conference in Louisville 2 weekends ago, I believe. And so we're very proud, Tony, for that. And of course, he attended the conference. You will see his report in your packet. Working on, a lot of flooding issues, as well as site-specific emergency management plans such as local daycare, disaster plans, and hazard mitigation. And so his report is in your packet, and I will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am. And also, Rotary President Kirby Rosser passed along praise not only for Tony, but Sheriff and our emergency responders for their work with the Limestone Cycling Tour and our very own Limestone Cycling League that, hosted north of 1,500 people over the weekend for their century ride. And so they did a good job. And so, Commissioners, that brings up our landfill report, and we have Director Travis Cooley joining us this morning. Good morning, Travis.
Morning.
Hello, Travis.
During the month of, I got a typo, it's got July, it should say August. During the month of August, the landfill received a total of 5,309 tons of waste valued at $160,477. Curb fees were $8,664. Roll-off business had a total of $26,313 in billable accounts. We pumped 838,382 gallons of leachate to the city treatment plant. Contained landfill, just normal day-to-day filling activities on the new sale. Gypsum, they're starting to get slowly right now, but they're saying they're supposed to ramp up trucks by the end of the month. And that's pretty much all I've got.
And commissioners, if you'll remember, we did the landfill line to alleviate that truck traffic 10 years ago from the landfill down to the treatment plant. And so there's a lot of leachate that we're keeping off the road. And so we'll entertain a motion to,
Make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second.
we have a motion, we have a second. Is there any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. And I'll also highlight Travis's efforts with the landfill office. Later today, we'll be highlighting that. If you'll remember, Travis and the landfill team did such a phenomenal job with our bonded amount on the Phase 6 expansion. We had enough room left over to redo the 80-plus-year-old construction trailer that is our landfill office. It got to a point where you couldn't plug in a toothbrush without electrical issues popping up. And so my good friend Cody Bess and Bess Contracting was awarded contracting. It is now at least under roof. It's not sided in. But we are doing the office right behind the old office with plans to complete that move and then demo the old office, completing the move. You've been pleased with?
So far, yeah, so far, so
Good.
good. It's moving along.
Thank you, my
Will your
friend.
scales stay in the same place, or we have to
They'll
move?
stay in the same place, yeah. We have to upgrade our telephone system so we can communicate.
Yeah.
You want to give our recycling center report?
I've got it.
Please proceed.
You'll do the
Did we-
motion for the
did we
landfill.
vote?
Oh,
We did.
I think we did.
We did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well,
You're good.
It's good you're keeping up with Robert's rules.
Well done.
learned it from you. Basically, recycle. They picked up 48,360 pounds of recyclables. They shipped 44,900 pounds to International Paper. Total ship for August was 44,900 pounds. Total collected in August, that figure we don't know because we're still waiting on International Paper to get back with us on password for Tony.
Oh, okay.
Total customers into recycling in the month of August was 75, and we hauled 0 pounds to the landfill.
I'll reach out. I'll reach out to International Paper this afternoon and see if we can expedite that a little bit.
They keep giving us a number to Tennessee, to call
Okay.
somebody in Tennessee, and
Well, I know Micah has been promoted, and now he's moved down to Tennessee. I think the new site manager is getting their feet under him, and so
Gotcha.
be a good opportunity to touch base with him. Also, we always, one thing I was thinking about last night, we always highlight that 0 pounds of recycling
Yes.
was moved to the landfill, but, because at one point, I think a lot of citizens believed we would take recycling in and let it sit there and then just take it over to the landfill and dump it in. It's actually recycled.
Not in your term, and not in your.
Correct, yes, sir.
But it did happen.
Oh, okay.
It did happen, so.
Well, there you have it.
So, it's not happening now, but it did happen at one time. So good job, Bill.
Yeah. And so we got a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion to approve the recycling report as presented.
Second.
Got a motion, got a second. Is there any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
Travis, yes, sir.
Thanks, Travis.
Thank you.
We're looking for a driver.
Commissioners, next up, we've got a garbage collection report and our litter abatement report, and we've got Assistant Manager Allison Fields. Good morning.
How are you guys?
For the month of August, the total tonnage collected was 376.45 tons. Current number of active waste wheelers being used is 447. Current number of active dumpsters being used is 118. For the office side, the transactions for the month, charges were $2,833. Amount payable was $46,051.57. Payments received were $1,094. Total receipts were $37,076.39. Road cleanup, litter abatement. The total expenditure from the litter abatement funds for the month of August was $2,200. Number of miles cleaned were 22. Number of bags collected were 67, and number of groups were 3. Year to date, the total expended is $9,096.38, with $13,459.99 remaining to be utilized by December 31st.
Thank you, Madison. I want to highlight the litter abatement grant as well, and we're going to get some marketing information out on that later today, but it is a grant we write for every year that can help empower local sports teams, nonprofits, things like that, while also helping keep Maysville, Mason County roads clean and green. And so, you know, we've got a little bit of surplus, but generally about this time of year, it really, you know, with school starting back up,
right.
And others, and so it'd be a good time to really make a push on that. We'll work with Director Taylor Madison to get that opportunity out to the community. So.
Good idea.
So I'm looking for a motion to approve Ms. Madison's report.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, and we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks, Madison.
Thank you, Madison.
Commissioners, next up, we've got our property abatement and illegal dumping reports, and we've got Director Shane Taylor joining us.
Good morning, Judge.
Today. Good morning,
Commissioners.
Shane.
Morning.
Court.
Within your all's report, you'll see the identified focus areas across Mason County. If you have any questions in the public report, of course, we omit names and addresses, but I believe you guys have a full report. And then I believe Shane's gonna roll into our upcoming, what I call twofer, with the household hazardous waste and.
Thank you, Judge. If I could say one thing real quick, the 4C program that you had talked about and Jailer Geary had talked about. I mean, she's saying it's a low month, but I mean, when you're talking about 100 bags, you're looking at about 50 to even up to 100 miles that they're doing. So, I mean, you're talking about a quarter of our miles. So they're doing an exceptional job. Honestly, we couldn't really do it without them if to try to keep the roads clean. Our grant program that you just spoke about is doing good,
Yes, sir.
but the population is getting older, so we're having to rely a lot more on school teams, those type things to actually get these roads. So it complements us really well for them to be able to hit some of these roads that we just can't get to.
Sure.
So they're doing an excellent job. The first thing I was wanting to talk to you about, Judge, and to everybody, is the HHW events that's going on 27 September. The time is 9 to 1. It'll be at 1173 Progress Way. It's 2 years ago we did it, same location. This event is for Mason County residents only. We will be checking IDs there, and a registration form is needed. It can be picked up here at our office, or we'll have them out there that day. So, let's see, we will have Shred-It there. This is the first time we did it. Last time we didn't have Shred-It. So if you have old documents you want to get rid of, you can bring those out there. We'll have Shred-It at the event for residents to be able to take advantage of. The time of the event will be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We could go, there's a lot of things. If you look at the flyer, it'll tell you the do's and don'ts of what you can't have. Yes, but we'll make sure, if you bring it, we'll check with them to see if we can actually accept it or not.
And for the public, this is your opportunity to unload old paint cans, old wood stain, items, old spray paint cans.
Pesticides.
Items that everybody has either in their basement or their garage that, you don't want to make an individual run out to the landfill for. And so,
How about ag chemicals?
Yes, they can bring the chemicals out there.
yes, sir.
Yes,
I mean, because farmers might have chemicals.
Most
that are-
definitely.
That are more than household.
yes, most definitely. Poisons, all those type things, they will recycle all of those.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Excuse me?
Chlorine.
Chlorine? I'm sure, I would just say bring it, and they're pretty good about this. They work about 8 states, and they do this almost every other day. So I would just suggest people, hey, bring it. We'll work with them to make sure there's no circumstances where it might take a little bit more to go through that recycling
Sure,
piece
right.
of it.
And we'll reach out to the state too and see if we can get a more detailed list of like examples that people brought before, just to try and promote
Yeah.
that. So check
And they're on the flyer too. If you look at the flyer, it'll tell you a lot of the stuff that you're able to bring.
Perfect.
The next event is a tire collection event. It's one that everybody loves because it's getting tires out of our, that we don't use and actually getting rid of them. 3 years ago, we did this event. It's a state level event. 3 years ago, and I think we had roughly around 3,000 tires that we actually got rid of. That is on October 9th, 10th, and 11th. Same location as the HHW. It's at 1173 Progress Way. This event will only be for Kentucky residents, so we will be checking license plates, IDs, to make sure that it's only for Kentucky individuals, or residents, excuse me. But no tire retailers, no scrap salvage yards, or no recycling businesses, just for the citizens from our state. The times will be 8 to 4:30 on Thursday and Friday, and on Saturday it'll run from 8 to 12:30. Just some of the tires of what can and can't be. Not accepted will be foam-filled tires, calcium-filled tires, off-road construction tires, rubber tracks, solid tires without the press on rims, equipment tires with a bead greater than 1 3/4.
Every other tire, though.
Every other tire.
Yeah, last year.
Most cars, every one of them will be able to take.
I think last year
Rim
we
included.
had probably a 40-foot tall mountain of tires out there.
Yeah.
And we'd be remiss without highlighting Phoenix. Our good partners with Phoenix Investors always let us utilize their little gravel pull-off there in front of the EnviroFlight buildings in the back. And we always take good care and effort to make sure we return it in the fashion that we found it in. So thank you, Anthony, and their team, as well as the detention center will be sending, I think, the community corrections team out
Yes.
to assist.
Yeah, the 4C, they're going to be out helping us in October on the tire bill. Yeah.
So in essence, a citizen in Mason County on September 27th or October 9th through 11th can pull up and we'll get you unloaded.
Correct.
Get some information and then they're on their way. So can't make it any easier than that.
Good job, Shane.
Well done.
Thank
Steve.
you, Commissioner. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'll entertain a motion to approve Director Taylor's
moved.
report.
Second.
Got a motion and we have a second. Is there any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you, my
Judge.
friend. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks, Shane.
Yes,
one
sir.
more matter, Shane. Do you want to proceed with, we talked about proceeding with suit with one of these properties? Can we discuss that with?
Yeah, I think so.
On,
Please.
it's number 9 on your list, it's on property on 596. I think, is
Yeah, I know.
Sheriff Swolsky still here? Sheriff Swolsky's repeatedly contacted me, I think Shane.
Correct.
But the owner of that property, Miss Polly, died. It remains in her heirs' name, some of whom are cooperative and want to get it cleaned up, other ones who don't. But it's It's on 596, and it's my suggestion at this point, we go ahead and file suit and get order of the court to clean it up and file lien against the property, if that's the direction of the court. I think it's not only the property listed here, but other property owned by the same family, because
That is correct.
the stuff moves back and forth from one to another, but it's a consistent complaint of citizens in the Germantown area, the sheriff and Shane. So if y'all want us to file suit on that, I'd ask the court to consider a motion and direct us to do so.
Commissioner-
As being county attorney's office.
Commissioner McKay, this is the site you and I went to that day. And,
It's been a problem for a long, long time.
it truly has, you
It
know,
has.
and, they're doing a fantastic job there, in Germantown. And, I get the impression that when we come down asking them, or Shane asks them to, kind of police up, they'll just move a little bit to the other side of the road, move a little bit to the other side of the road. And as John highlighted, you have, some family members that very much want it cleaned up, and maybe one or a few that, like as it stands. And so, I think we need to do our part, maybe have to expend a little bit of money, but, move forward on it.
I think that's the only way you're gonna see
John, did you
progress.
say it's to file suit against them? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, in circuit
Well,
court.
here in July of the 25, it says the property is still in court. What's that about?
Probate court.
Yeah.
There was a probate filed, and
Okay.
the executor who wanted to clean it up and has made some efforts, but she doesn't reside on the properties, it's
Yeah,
others
okay.
that reside there, so it's, we've been able to get anything done by agreement.
And we,
Or, you know, and I think that this is probably gonna have to be the template, what we do here with.
I agree.
Probably the 4 or 5 at the top of this list.
I agree. It's the first property I ever, when I took this job, it's the very first property, and as you see, it's still there. So I would love to, you know what I mean, to us as a group to be able to move together and try to get this worked out.
And it's not
I
something
think-
we frequently, we've done with a property in slip up, which was no longer a problem. Right in the middle of slip up, it was taken care of, more of a zoning and a junk, the auto place at the corner of Walton Pike has been operating under an injunction from the fiscal court, or circuit court, and the fiscal court for 10 or 15 years, and it's cleaned up a whole lot and a whole different sort of look than it had before. But when all else fails, you go to circuit court and get an injunction and authority to clean up. I think that's where we are here.
I think the template is where we need to be. There's some properties that I do believe that we might need to follow this route. You know, I take calls from residents every day towards that property, every day. It's been that way for a while. So any help that you all can give me in working out an issue like that, I'd be highly appreciative.
I think, John, that's a great idea. I think it's time to move forward on this project.
So we'll clean it up and then file a lien against the property.
But we'll do it through the court.
Right.
Through the circuit court.
I'd make that motion that we proceed as presented.
I'll second that.
got a motion, we have a second. Is there any additional discussion? Hearing none, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shane.
Thank you, Shane.
Hey, good one, well done, John. Commissioners, it brings up our treasurer's report, and we have Mason County Treasurer Megan Davenport joining us
Good morning.
today. Good morning.
I'd like to have the court's authorization to pay claims as presented, including additional claims totaling $58,444.33.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion? We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to have the court's approval of the financial statement as of August 31st, 2025.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Got a motion? We have a second?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a second. Any additional discussion?
Megan, I have a question on the, and I don't know if this is the right report, on the opioid settlement funds?
Yeah.
What was all that used for?
We haven't used any of it.
Oh, you're not used,
Mm-mm.
okay.
We just have to report it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk, please.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'd like to have the court's approval to make budget transfers totaling $81,000.
So moved.
I'll second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Is there any additions, deletions, or additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
Hey, well
Thank
done.
you.
Thank you, Treasurer.
Thank you, Megan.
Commissioners, also in your report, you will see, let me 1 second. You'll see our tourism report, Director Caitlin Bailey highlighting Kentucky State Fair, had a fantastic Chrome and Cruise car show, did a lot of work with the Department of Tourism, and then also want to highlight Western Kentucky University's Mountain Workshop, Tom Evelyn, a few of their Western Kentucky photojournalist directors reached out several months ago. We're indebted to Tom, formerly with the Lexington Herald Leader, for thinking of Maysville and Mason County for the Mountain Workshop's 50th anniversary. And so their team will be coming in. They're doing some target identification now, but how it works is they have a pre-arrival team. They'll come in, they'll try and understand who are those individuals or what are those topics that make Maysville, Mason County so special. It's not a zero-sum game, so anybody that has an idea, they ultimately throw these ideas in a hat. When the 170 to 200 students, photojournalist students come, they end up just picking out a topic that they will work on for the following 7 days, doing videos, kind of documenting, why is this individual historically significant to Maysville, Mason County? Why is this asset historically significant to Maysville, Mason County? And it is a special designation being named for their 50th. The Mountain Workshop they did for Somerset was a fantastic production. But they basically bring WKU's whole photojournalism and video journalism department up here in Mason County to kind of run the show. We're going to empower them with the Cox building, but also I've been very pleased with the amount of property owners, things like that are raising their hand, volunteering their sites for some of these students to stay in. And at the end of it, we'll have a very nice historical book that they'll leave for us that we can have either for the public. I think Caitlin and Tourism will be selling those, but it will be a fantastic spotlight on Maysville and Mason County. Any questions there?
Seems like a neat project.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Also in your packet, you will see the EMS report, Fire Chief Kyle Carpenter. Total runs across Mason County for the previous month was 291 total runs. Of those, 81 were in the county, 210 were in the city. That is for your information. You'll also see the permit report from Building Codes Director Jim Fawcett. You've got 5105 Main Street out in Maysville. That is the Maysville Baptist Church, and their organization is getting going on their food pantry ambitions for that location. And so that brings us, Commissioners, to new business. We have a very special guest in Mason County Public Library, Alexa Colmeyer joining us today. She's the Director, Mason County Public Library. And as we discussed in last month's meeting, we have been working along with the Public Library Board, County Attorney's Office, Mr. Robin Rice, Mr. John Estel, the Commissioners, and many others on facilitating the use of the historic Maysville Rosenwald School, currently vacant, for a second site for the Mason County Public Library. And so, Alexa, I'll turn it over to you for any statements, my friend.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for inviting me here today. As you know, the county and the library are working together to bring a branch of the library to the Mason County community. It may be a year or two before the doors open, but we are very excited. Over the past 4 or 5 years, programming at the library has grown and expanded. Last year, we had 864 separate programs. The collection of books at the library is wonderful. It's current, it's relevant. We offer not one, but 2 streaming services for ebooks and e-media. So we're doing a lot of great things for the community, and we're really excited to bring that to Maysville. But we are also hoping that we will draw people in south of us. So maybe from Nicholas County, Robertson, maybe even Bourbon County. So we're just really excited to see what we can do out there. Excuse me. And just wanted to thank you again for the support for the library, this partnership. We couldn't do it without you.
And I believe Library Board Chair Ellen Cartmore was here earlier, but it might have babbled on so long that the meeting she had to go. But she was a big contributor for this project. I too, I want to highlight my predecessor Joe Peffer.
Yes.
With the origination of this idea, and Judge Peffer and I, would talk about over 50 years, the library's ambition to have a second site on top of the hill. And as a special taxing district, they prepared for that site, but never could find the right site. Running parallel to that theme, of course, the historic Maysville Rosenwald School has been an asset since I think the county picked it up from the auctioneer, probably 40, 45 years ago, I think.
It came from, just so everybody knows, First State Bank acquired all the property, which include the what is now the Fire Hall and Community Center. And First State Bank made a gift of all the property to the county, so that it was able to start the preservation of the school and use that property for community space and fire department. But it was a real kind gift to the county.
And so, as a court, the commissioners and the citizens of Mason County should be very proud that we're assisting the public library in this ancillary site that I agree with Alexa will pull individuals looking for access to the internet, access to research materials, potentially meeting rooms from as far south as Paris. The next available public library is on the southern side, I think, of the Paris loop. And then, lastly, the ability to bring an asset a community asset such as this, out to a more agrarian community with special sections such as the Amish community and others, I think, is a great recipe for, really a shot in the arm out there in Maysville, Kentucky. We have had discussions with the Maysville Volunteer Fire Department and the Community Center. They, both groups are 100% on board with this, and the parking, everyone understands the parking will remain community parking, and I think potentially it could be a very stellar project for our community going forward. So any questions, comments, commissioners?
Great
Good
asset.
idea.
It's very exciting, see
Yep.
how it turns out.
I agree. Alexa, would you like to come forward so we have our lease agreement prepared. And so we're going to execute that agreement today. And also,
And just to, with technicality, the fiscal court voted last time, I
Yeah,
believe,
thank you.
to authorize, and your board is authorized you to sign this.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, that's my job.
piece of come on two sides right there, my friend. Beautiful. Now, commissioners, if you guys will come forward, we'll get a quick picture with,
Hey, you should be in the center.
Okay.
Well done. Alexa, not speaking for county government, but on behalf of the citizens of Maysville, pass on that, how much the citizens appreciate to your board, their effort and investment in the Maysville community. It's a great thing for the community.
I will. Thank you.
they built the Roosevelt School in 1921 for $17,500. Looked that up this morning. That's phenomenal. The guys with Champlin Architecture are helping the library with that initiative. So, commissioners, also, you'll see in your packet discussion around county reserves minimum. And so, I want to talk to you today. We have taken, under the stewardship of Treasurer Muse and Treasurer Davenport, our Treasurer's office and all of the staff and employees of Mason County, as well as you three as commissioners, our county reserves of $27,500, a very unstable amount, and concerns over even making payroll 3-4 years ago, to north of $2 million today. And so when we talk about the county's reserves, I mean, it's ultimately synonymous with how we all budget within our own homes and houses. You have a savings account, you have sometimes even an emergency savings account. And so very few things have made me as prideful, being your judge executive, as getting the financial stability back to Mason County, Kentucky. And so I would like to utilize today's meeting as planting that flag that not only are we headed in the right direction. Recently cut property taxes across the county, utilizing utilizing the what's it called? Compensating rate. We still find ourselves with a what I would consider decent reserve amount of $2.5 million within the county. And so I want to have a discussion with the three of you about having County Attorney Estill over the next month come up with a resolution or some way of codifying that base minimum amount of $2.5 million in reserves for Mason County going forward, so that future courts don't find themselves in the position we found ourselves in some 4 years ago. In my mind, that means working with Treasurer Davenport, the Treasurer's office, and always kind of monitoring, hey, where is that reserves amount? And should we ever fall south of either $2 million or $2.5 million in our savings account for the county, automatic austerity measures come into place, automatic savings measures. No trucks, no raises, what have you. Going the other avenue, I feel like it is time we start focusing on our lower paid staff in a higher quality of living. One of those avenues, we have been working with Sheriff Swolsky in trying to assist his deputies in increasing not only their pay, but also coverage across Mason County. And so in essence, it's twofold. It's, I would like you all to join me in asking John to do a policy for next month's meeting. I think that we would approve. Mechanically, I'm not sure how we do it, but that we codify this savings amount, protecting the future of Mason County, and that we'll always have these funds going forward. Any thoughts on that?
I agree. I think it's our responsibility to do so.
I do too. Are you talking about each year adding a little more to it?
Yes, ma'am. No. Well,
Are you saying just put 2.5 in and leave it there and never add to it? Is that what you're saying?
no, I think.
I'm not arguing, I'm
Yeah.
just asking.
No, I think we start with 2.5 million. You never know where inflation is going to go.
Right.
And in the direction we've been headed in 3 years, 2.5 might look like a very minuscule sum.
Exactly.
In my heart,
You could always
today,
change, we could always
What's
change
the-
that.
Yeah.
What's your high point of reserves that you recall?
5-6 million.
Yeah, I thought we used to have like 5 or 6, which sounds like a lot when you're talking about household budgets, but when you're talking about projects, and if you have a road project or things that aren't covered by federal or state government, the $5 or $6 million isn't that much. And one thing I would add to the commissioners, I know y'all are aware of this, but to the public, the $27,500 was unrestricted funds. Now, we have always had funds for landfill closeout and whatnot, that can't be spent. But we were down to $27,500, which wouldn't have made one payroll period from being insolvent. So this is it.
So basically.
Thank God we're where we are instead of where we were.
Yeah.
If I'm understanding you correctly, this is basically, if an ordinance, what you're talking about is kind of a protection.
I don't think you can do a prohibition against spending it, because then what good is it having if you can't use it in emergency? I think that you can adopt a set of goals.
Sure.
And when you say, Megan, to just just adopt a set of goals that we're making it a priority to maintain and build up surplus for rainy day fund, and future fiscal court should recognize this and cut spending before you again cut into our surpluses.
It's a lot better to.
And the surplus goes to your ability to issue bonds, the ability to borrow money too. I mean, it's having this healthy balance sheet's more than just making you feel good about yourself. It allows you to lend your credit to others, to build public projects, to qualify for certain things.
So are you talking about putting this money in, say, today? I'm not saying, but you're not talking about doing it over a period of time. You're just talking about
Today.
putting the 2.5 million in.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's already there.
That's what I'm saying. I get that part, but I'm just trying to understand. And add to it a little each year
Yeah, continue.
and use it in an emergency. So what justifies an emergency?
No,
I think that you just adopt a set of goals. I don't know what that looks like, but policies or goals, you can't restrict your use of your future.
Yeah, I get that, yeah.
Use of it, but just say that recognize the importance of surplus funds in government, and that it's been built back up, and this fiscal court wants future fiscal courts to continue to protect the surplus funds of the county and its financial health.
So why 2.5?
I don't think it is too.
Why?
Why 2.5?
Because it's a lot more than 27,500.
No, I mean,
Look,
why not more?
Well, because I don't think we restrict ourselves from other programming by trying to save more than 2.5. We have currently 4 million
Almost 5.
that we have grown it to. I'm just saying, of that 4 million, I want to focus or set an alarm bell that should we ever fall below 2.5, which in my mind is, the minimum operational solvency for any county in the state of Kentucky, to send off alarm bells. If it drops to 2.4 million, we start sounding alarm bells.
Not to referee, but I think you're saying the same thing.
Sure, right.
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You'd like to have 5 million too.
I'd love to. Sure,
Right,
right?
so I think everybody agrees that.
So if
that there's a healthy number that's not 2.5 million probably, that would be ideal.
well, why not say each year you add to it and then you revise the agreement, or whatever you want to call it, to when it gets to a certain point. Say when you get built to 5,000, you could say when you get to 4, you say, hey, this is the limit. We got it. So why, if you build it up each year to where it's more than 2.5.
I think we explore it every year,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Okay.
where you're wanting to go is
goals, not-
what I
not
think the
hard
2.5 represents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And just having,
The treasurer and I would recommend goals or adopting a policy, not adopting hard numbers.
Sure.
That something happens, because you need to be able to react, and you can't hold.
May have to use
You
it
can't.
if something
yeah,
happens.
You don't know what the future holds or what other fiscal court's goals would be. I think adopt a set of savings and investment goals and cost-cutting, policies if necessary. It would just be broad brush strokes. This is our goal, and we can prepare something like that.
And maybe that's what it is. Maybe we work this upcoming month, to try and identify what that flag is, what that statement is, bring it back to the court next month. But ultimately, I think we're all trying to say the same thing, in that we've all collectively, including staff, worked very, very hard to get us back to a position of good standing financially, when you're thinking about, a county of 18,000 people.
My problem is, when I have a savings account, I like adding to it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, in 4 years, maybe it's
Yeah.
2.5 looks like the 27,500 4 or 5 years ago, and we're like, we need to increase that to 4 million. I don't, inflation catches everybody.
Sure it
But,
does, but I'm just thinking, add a little to it each year, you
Yeah.
know, and you can always revise things.
Any other comments?
We also could, look at some other counties and where they stand with, surpluses to see what makes us look healthy.
Yeah, right?
So do we need a motion
No.
to proceed with,
No, we'll
to
try
look
to
at, or
we'll try to come up with
discuss,
some-
we'll just come back and
some guidelines,
discuss,
some
come back and discuss
policies.
next month?
But with that said, Sheriff Swolsky, if you'll come forward. Ryan, Sheriff and I have been in discussions on trying to assess our Mason County Sheriff's Department with not only their coverage, but also pay. And looking for the correct vehicle to do that. A lot of times, as a county or fiscal court, we're constrained, ultimately, the county just covers a lot of assets that the sheriff, cars, sirens, lights, not so much pay. And I think Sheriff Swolsky and his team are doing a phenomenal job given the resources, and I, for one, would like to help more with a proposed annual amount of $40,000 to the Sheriff's Department for that. Sheriff?
What Judge and Commissioner said, penny for penny, we are a very efficient
Yes, sir.
office. And historically, and to date, deputies are making less than most other agencies in the area. So I certainly appreciate the fiscal court's support if this is approved. I'll say it's needed. It's getting harder and harder to keep up with the demand for services. Not only, again, are we in the schools, but just all our various duties. There are so many duties that falls onto the sheriff's office: transports, tax collection, warrant service, paper service, so many different things. So we're at a point now where we need to do something. I don't want to lose the men and women that we have that live here, that want to stay here. Again, this is greatly appreciated, and I just ask for your consideration to approve it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. But again, just looking at our past, we are very, very efficient, and we're a very tax effective office in terms of what we're doing and what we're spending money on.
And I'll also highlight, given the funding year, we're targeting, Sheriff and I have sat down and targeting, significant reserves even coming back to the county. It's always problematic when Sheriff and I sit down to talk with Treasurer Davenport on finding, a way to support the deputies, when traditionally we're here to support for equipment, cars, cruisers, things like that.
Last year, we turned over more money back to the court than we have in a long time. The hard part for us is we receive most of our income right at the end of the year during tax season. So I have to apply for a zero interest loan to get us through the year. So what this would do is just help take some of that. It would help spread out the money and help our monthly operating expenses. So again, it's much needed and much appreciated.
So is that the least, the minimum you need, or?
It's a start.
It's a start.
It's a good start.
Okay.
Yes.
Installed.
Yes.
You smiling.
So thoughts on the proposal?
My thoughts on the proposal, that I think the sheriff's department is one of the best things we have. We should
Agreed.
maybe up that a little bit.
So I've got some draft, anytime that I receive more funds, I have to amend the budget. So I've got copies of that amendment for your review.
So you saying the number that you presented today is sufficient for right now, and possibly
Thanks, Bob.
you got a budget being passed here at the beginning of the year, right?
Correct.
There.
I'm sorry.
So what you're being offered today, the minimum is sufficient enough right now. You're in the process of working on your budget, correct?
Yes. So that would be highlighted under receipts. It'd be the last page, line 26. It would operate as a reimbursement, not a lump sum, for lack of a better term.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, yeah.
That's right, or I'm sorry, sheriff gives it, at least it's a start for today.
Yeah.
Maybe we can always come back and visit this
Yeah.
at budget time.
Yeah.
Is that okay, Sheriff?
Yep, thank you.
I mean, we've got ourselves back in pretty good financial fiscal shape, and because of that, and because of the decisions that were made in the past, we're able to do that. That's what we're supposed to do with this, is when we have departments that need help, then, I mean, I think that's what we should do.
Yeah.
I mean, the big deal is retaining people. He's got a great staff.
Yes,
Your competition
retaining
is,
them, yes.
your competition is people leaving law
Yeah.
enforcement for a better wage, or going to the Northern Kentucky departments, which pay $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 more. The cost of training an officer is what?
Obscene.
Yeah.
Well, it takes a year to get somebody through the background and through the training. So,
And then an additional period of time before you're confident with them being out by themselves on the road in the middle of the
right.
night. So, I mean, with the retention, there's a real cost savings to retention of a
Oh,
deputy.
yeah. That's- We want to keep what we have.
Are you ready for a motion?
I would make that motion as presented.
I'll second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any additional discussion?
I'll comment on the
Sure,
Commissioner
please.
Frame. Department's one of the best.
Thank you.
You have a good department.
Thank you. Thank you. We have a great team.
Yes.
You did, they didn't make it more.
And I think it's the communication you develop with the community is so important.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they asked me.
Yeah, well, the employees are vested in the community, so.
I think it's a big difference when you're invested, I agree.
Well, and also, you know, as we have stabilized and continue to get stronger from a financial position, we're gonna try and look at other divisions, in identifying, you know, those low-end folks that come on to get them to, you know, family-sustaining wages. You know, we've still got some truck drivers that at $13, $14 an hour, that is $4 below what they could make elsewhere. And so, very cautiously, slowly, you know, this will represent some of the proceeds of all of our hard work in keeping not only costs down, but also being very, very responsible with taxpayers' money. And so, any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Ryan.
Well, you want to talk about the vehicle enforcement days, or wait till next month?
We can talk about it.
Okay. Sheriff and I have kind of been kicking around too. Doing attempting pop-up vehicle enforcement days on some of the weight limits surrounding the Simon Kenton Bridge. As a collective effort, I think the city is exploring some weight, or what are they called, scales, as well as different trainings. But, you know, I think, I'm convinced we have some overloaded trucks cutting corners, going across the bridge, and I, for one, feel a few tickets, the word spreads pretty quickly. Now, Sheriff can give further details, but mechanically, you know, it's tough without different trainings or without scales.
It's a tough enforcement, it's tough to enforce because we don't know what's inside of a semi-trailer. If they're unloaded, they may meet the weight requirement. We can't pull people over randomly just to check. That's a Fourth Amendment issue. So I have heard the Maysville Police Department is looking at getting scales. That would certainly help. I am in talks with Kentucky Commercial Vehicle Enforcement to do some increased enforcement along the bridge, and we have started to do our own enforcement as well. We started that last week. So we will be increasing visibility and enforcement along the bridge to the best that we can. But again, it does present some challenges to do that, which we're trying to work through.
We've not seen vehicle enforcement since Larry Ferris retired.
Yes, well, there's only, I've heard there's only 7 across the entire state.
Wow. What do you do with that number? Yeah, right?
So we are not trained in commercial vehicle enforcement. There's a lot to it, but we were talking about finding some training to get us up to speed. But I think the scales would help.
Yes, sir.
And we'll partner with the city if they want to set something up there.
Ryan, what about those bars that go across that keep big semis from going across the bridge? Have anybody explored that?
Yes.
Transportation won't do it.
They
won't?
They won't allow that.
Huh.
In the state's transportation code, they refuse and cannot, by statute or code, inhibit the forward progress of traffic or vehicles, which they feel like that headache bar would be, and continue to cite, like, what do you do for the first tractor trailer that gets to the headache bar, and then you can see what a kind of a mess that would create. But at its core ethos, Department of Transportation within Kentucky refuses to do anything that that prohibits.
I think.
They used to have them, didn't they? Not here, but I've seen
them on bridges before.
Yeah, I have too. We had to go around a few.
I think increased signage would be very helpful. So I know Judge was talking with somebody at the state.
Big signs,
we
yeah.
We need big signs.
Yeah,
there.
because those coming down the avenue, you can't hardly see them.
No, I don't even notice them.
No, I don't either.
The one in Aberdeen, it has some kind of solar to it to where it flags.
I've seen that one. Yeah, we just need something on our side. But again, just to, we see a lot of people taking pictures of commercial vehicles going across the bridge. A lot of those are allowed to do so.
Yeah.
A lot of those are underway. So we are working on it. We're developing a plan, and last week we started to do some sporadic enforcement.
Aren't they planning to shut it down next year? Is it next year they're gonna shut it?
I believe so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Next year.
We asked the legislature, we also asked the legislature at one time for some special legislation making some prohibitions for this particular bridge. And I think that nothing came of it.
You know, it surprises me the millions of dollars are sent to work on that bridge. And
Yeah.
they're not, you'll be back in a situation just a few years down the road.
Yeah, take care of what's causing.
Take care of what you got.
Yeah.
It's your money, you fixed it, now you're gonna let it run down again.
Well, they have, they have funded the restoration of the bridge with north of $50 million in state funding. They released the first letting to, it's my understanding, maybe 3 or 4 companies in the world can do the kind of work they're asking them to do. And the initial bids came back 3 or 4 times what they we're estimating that they would be. So they are reletting that contract to kind of try and get more reasonable costs together on it. So I don't know if that pushes back
Yeah.
the, predicted time that they were thinking it might be shut down, but, it might just be shut down for 3 months. I don't think so. But they were saying at most, it may be shut down, worst case scenario, it might be shut down for a year while they work on the bridge decking. And my good friend Barry Lawrence fought hard a bunch of us fought hard to bring in those funds. And so we just got to, we also have to do our part in joining our local coalition and trying to protect it and making sure that you try to limit as much wear and tear on it as possible.
I'm glad the city's really looking into this because this was tremendously hurt downtown Maysville or something after that.
Absolutely.
So is the state the one that has to, say no trucks allowed across that bridge, or can the county do that?
County cannot restrict
Okay.
a state
So it
highway
has
and
to be the
interstate
state.
travel. And that's why I mentioned the legislature,
Yeah.
even if Transportation Cabinet, their standards did not say we can put a crossbar or a headache bar. It says the legislature could do all kinds of special restrictions that Transportation Cabinet couldn't do. So I think continued with them for some sort of emergency preservation type legislation might be good.
Maybe the axle on a vehicle.
Yeah.
Do you have to worry about the weight or height?
I think certainly the state should make exceptions for this bridge,
think so.
since
Yeah.
there's a perfectly good one.
And
right down the road.
I've driven a semi, so I know, and so it'd be so much easier to go across the new bridges to try to come
Yeah.
down here and,
Yeah.
because that's narrow turn.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
not
think
fun.
I think some of the mapping programs, that's why you
Yeah,
get
Google
a
Maps.
semi stuck on Old 68 and some
Yeah.
various,
Oh, yeah.
some various things where they should
Cliff
never
Pike.
Mm-hmm.
Good pipe.
Yeah.
Lee's Creek. Yes.
Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you. Commissioners, also in your packet, you will see Maysville County Conservation District's annual financial report. Any questions, reach out to Mr. Kirby Rosser or Janice Barnett, treasurer. And so that brings up our last bit of new business. And County Attorney Estel and I had discussions 2 weeks ago. Most of you all know and understand we have processes and procedures for about everything in local government. Any jobs producing prospect exploring our area is thoroughly vetted to ensure we have complete understanding of what their business model, the benefits of them opening shop here are, as well as any negative externalities that might arise, specifically from either the prospect or the industry. When it's a new industry, the process seems a bit off at times. However, everything remains true. To that end, I've asked County Attorney Estel to pull together a resolution requesting that our Joint Planning Commission, our local zoning authority for Mason County, to begin exploring the rules, regulations, and standards that will oversee any applications for technology campuses and/or data centers. I ask that they keep in mind any application brought forward retains the highest development standards for only projects of the highest quality for Mason County. I think it's important to acknowledge to our court and commissioners that we'll need to expend monies for experts in siting, in economic impact in other areas. And I think we need to be prepared to do so. As I've publicly stated, I feel we're talking to the #1 group in this industry. However, we have to ensure no negative externalities occur from that industry coming here. And so I'm asking the JPC to begin the process of setting standards today that limits entrance into Mason County to only those responsible entities, the ones that bring more local public benefit than headache, and ensuring our community continues to thrive well into the future. Mason County is not and has never been interested in those more prospective development type users that I feel much of the issues arise from. And so, County Attorney Estel, would you read our resolution, please, sir?
I will. Sherry, do we have a resolution number?
2518.
This will be 2518.
Yes, sir.
A resolution requesting that the Mason County Joint Planning Commission develop a text amendment to define the term data center, to create development standards and regulations for the construction and operation of data centers, and amend the land use chart to determine allowable uses for data centers within Mason County, Kentucky. That's the title. Whereas the Mason County Industrial Development Authority and other Mason County officials have been in communication with a development prospect regarding the possible location of a data center within Mason County. And whereas there's no announcement as to the location of such data center nor agreements with the Industrial Development Authority or Mason County Fiscal Court to locate a data center, the development prospect is conducting the due diligence regarding a potential project within Mason County. And whereas the Mason County Fiscal Court zoning ordinance as codified at Mason County Ordinance 0207 as subsequently amended does not contain a definition for data center nor contain standards or regulations for data center, and data centers are not included on the allowable use chart incorporated in such ordinance. And whereas in the best interest of Mason County and citizens to adopt an ordinance which creates the highest development standards for any data center locating within Mason County. Now therefore it's resolved by the Mason Fiscal Court as follows, that the Mason Fiscal Court through this resolution makes application to the Joint Planning Commission to consider a text amendment to Mason County Ordinance number 0207 as amended, to consider and create a definition for the term data center, to create developmental standards and regulations for the construction and operation of data centers, and to amend the land use chart to permit data centers as an allowable use within the industrial zones. That should separate application be required to refer this matter to the Mason County Joint Planning Commission. The judge executive is authorized to execute such application. That the Mason Fiscal Court suggests that the standards or regulations adopted by the Planning Commission protect the best interests of Mason County and its citizens by ensuring that any project brought forward meets the highest standards of development, including consideration of setbacks, building height, landscaping, noise, and other key elements that will protect the character of the community and reasonably limit any potential impact on citizens and other local businesses. And 4, that any potential data centers would likely occur outside the corporate limits of the city of Maysville, and therefore the judge executive shall be authorized to commit funding of the Mason Fiscal Court as needed to provide independent data and expert witnesses or consultants to the Joint Planning Commission as may be needed. That's resolution 2518 read in full. That last portion would be sort of based on solar, where all the majority of the solar issues were outside the city limits and the fiscal court paid for, and it's not, I don't think it contemplated a huge amount, but if the planning commission needed expert witnesses, the city wouldn't bear the cost of what's a county issue. And we probably need to expend money for this. So. That's resolution 2518.
So basically, this is for protection,
100%.
in a nutshell.
There's nothing on the books whatsoever,
Mhm.
and we need something.
And while, you know, it's obvious, we have individual projects, talking to Tyler and our community. It's what I was trying to reference, that it seems backwards. You know, and while we have received no assurances that even they want to come here yet, I think now's the time we certainly begin getting rules, regulations in place. Not so much for who we're talking to today, but who might come around the corner in 2-3 months. Again, and I have said this publicly, you know, I feel like we are talking to what I would consider to be the face of the industry in technology campuses and data centers, what would be a good corporate partner. However, just like any industry, there are other more prospective types that aren't as community conscious as the prospect we're talking to. And so I would have no issues with having zoning regulations that are some of the most stringent in the U.S. While I wasn't looking to expend a lot of money up front until this probably became more realistic of them coming here, I think it's prudent that as a body we prepare ourselves to expend money to help better inform the JPC and do in our zoning board coming up with rules, regulations, and restrictions for these things.
Bottom line, is the stringent resolution here is basically, is for the best interest of our county and citizens.
100%.
Bottom line.
100%. 100%. And so ultimately, this starts the process for them in requesting they start picking up this issue, not only for anybody looking today, but somebody that may be around the corner in 3-4 years, that doesn't care so much about making a whole bunch of noise, that doesn't care so much about, you know, pollution, things like that, so.
I like the idea of letting these companies know what is restricted, even looking into this area, so possibly they just might as well move on.
Yes, you're right.
If it's bad for Mason County, it's bad for everybody.
Yeah, man.
And we want what's best for our county.
100%.
Like I say, not today, but even for tomorrow and generations to come.
100%.
So we're not even here.
So is that in the form?
I like the idea, yes, I'll make that motion.
And we're giving them permission to start this process.
Yeah, we're
That's
asking.
what we're asking.
There has to be an application.
Yes.
So no citizens, in fact, we read the ledger, and Dave Reed at the last planning commission meeting said we have no application before them. If this resolution passes, they will have an application.
Yes.
If they've got a specific form, this says the judge can sign that form, but this would be the application.
Okay. Yeah, I'll second the motion.
You got a motion? And we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
No.
Judge McNeil?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Okay. We don't, wait a minute. we don't have any old business in front of the court. Did I skip something? We do have some board appointments for our Licking Valley CAP Board. We're appointing Mr. Chad Current. He is replacing long-term member Marilyn Commodore, who did a fantastic job for Licking Valley CAP. On tourism, we are appointing WFTM's own Mr. Drew Spangler onto the tourism board. Commissioners, in your packet, you'll see some contribution requests. The first is Hospice of Hope's Herding of Hope in the amount of $500, which I believe we gave $500 last year, correct? So thoughts on that?
I think we should probably do the same as we did last year.
I agree.
So we have a
Motion.
motion and a second.
I'll second.
Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Also, Chief Carpenter reached out for the Buffalo Trace Area Firefighters Association. Our regional fire school is October 18th through the 20th that they host at Maysville Community Technical College. They are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And these funds go to help not only house, but feed and train all the firefighters within the association. And so I believe in 2024, we gave $500. And so what's the pleasure of the court?
I'll say the same.
Okay?
I'll
Make
bring,
that motion.
I'll bring Peggy, Commissioner Frank.
All right, so we have a motion and we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. And so that brings up communications from the judge and commissioners. We have a Chamber of Commerce annual dinner, October 7th. They have a new chamber director in the form of Miss Shay Bizzotti. And so that'd be a good opportunity for you guys to meet and welcome Miss Bizzotti. Wednesday night, we'll have the Fleming Mason Airport Board. We're going to be receiving a new FAA and KAA grant for some additional hangar space. Monday, the 22nd, at 11 a.m. will be the Buffalo Trace annual lunch. It's normally annual dinner, but this one's a lunch. It's over in Blue Licks. And then also, we celebrated Mr. Jerry King's retirement Friday over at the detention center. Jerry and I talked about his ambitions to do a mentoring program, which I liked a lot. Finally, I believe our election storage building will commence construction next week. And we talked about the landfill office building a little bit ago, right? Yep. What am I missing, commissioners?
Lewisburg's having a chuck wagon dinner Saturday night, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Simon Kitten Festival this weekend.
It is. Or it's next weekend, right? Yes.
Oh, it's the 20, yeah, you're right.
Right?
Right.
Now, before we adjourn, Mr. Henry Grady is joining us today and asked to address the court.
Thank you, Judge Executive. My name is Hank Grady.
I want to interrupt you, Mr. Grady. I didn't see you when we started, but I saw you as the meeting went on. It's good to see you.
Good to see you again. I was not aware of Resolution 2518 when I wrote my letter, but I would like to distribute a letter to the commissioners, if I may.
Sure, that's fine.
Thank you.
You got it.
Yeah, you gave me one earlier. Yes, sir. Thank you, Hank.
I am an attorney from Versailles, Kentucky. I had a wonderful drive up today. I'm here as an attorney for We Are Mason County, Inc. I have given you a letter on their behalf. The meat of the letter is on page 2, the middle paragraph, where I state, we ask the fiscal court to take the necessary action to prepare Mason County for the development of data centers within the county. You have adopted a resolution that sounds a whole lot like what I'm asking you to do. So I'm here to introduce myself. I was here during your consideration of solar several years ago, and I'm back to ask that you amend your planning documents and your comprehensive plan and make sure this county is ready for what may be coming to the county. And you have now done, without any knowledge to me beforehand, pretty much what I asked you to do. I've included with this letter what the We Are Mason County submitted to the Planning Commission last week, asking that the comprehensive plan be amended to address this as well. But I believe that currently you are not prepared. I think the resolution reflects that, and I think the resolution is the step I am asking you to take. So I'm anxious to get my hands on Resolution 2518 and to work with this county in putting these protections in place.
And we'll get you a copy of that before you leave.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Those are my comments.
Commissioners, look for a motion to adjourn. Got a motion?
Second.
I have a second. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir. I'll take that in the copy.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank? Yes, ma'am. Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
And the clerk